Hi, Alan here again. So, you know, we're cooking a bit of food for Rach and Mike tonight, and I said we'd start with perhaps a goat's or camembert or brie starter en croûte, because we're not in, obviously we're not in the restaurant kitchen. I'm in a domestic style kitchen here, so I've got to grab what I can get out of the fridge, whatever. I found some camembert, I found some brie, just got some fresh. Just got a fresh loaf of bread, cut a square up, cut a hole in the middle, put the, I just turned it over in a pan of olive oil just to brown either side of it, then put it in the oven to melt the cheese. Stops the cheese spreading, added a little bit of Greek basil and some black pepper, and it makes quite a simple, easy starter, especially before we go on to our spicy Thai stuff. Anyway, we said we'd have a little wine taste to go with it, so I found, would you believe, a champagne, Paul de Breu, or de Breuil, and this was in the co-op, and would you believe it's something like £8 a bottle, whatever. I can't even buy champagne myself with all my connections in Champagne in France at £8 a bottle. I mean, it's just impossible. So I didn't expect a lot, and I have to say, when we tasted it, what do you think, Rach? When we tasted it, first of all, I have to say it's quite dark. In colour for champagne. It's not pale straw, it's more mid straw, and it has a slight aftertaste to it, and also on the nose, so I think that it's probably coming up to giving up the ghost. But I have to say, for £8 I'd get out there now and buy it if you can. But we're going to follow that. I'm going to just swallow that if you don't mind. Never waste it. We've got here, where was this from?
That was from Waitrose.
Oh, it's from Waitrose, okay. Le Mesnil, which is actually Blanc de Blanc, so it's all Chardonnay grape. I haven't tasted this yet, but I'm going to have a crack at it. Yeah, you're the champagne expert, Rach. Oh, so it'll be fresh.
Much better.
Fresh nose.
I'm
sure there's a price difference.
Yeah, there's that bite, you know, that smell. I don't know. It's just not quite right. This other one. This is fresh. It's so fresh.
You've got the full fruit of Chardonnay there. You've got that sort of brioche, a little bit toasted brioche flavour. Can I ask how much this was?
£32 some pence.
Well, you're paying proper champagne prices. Anyway, have a look, see if you can get it, if you like it. I'd certainly recommend you having a crack at that, because although it is not quite at its best, I don't know what it was like when it was at its best, but for the price, well worth it. Here again. We're just getting down to the main course that I showed you how to cook earlier on. It's all about our light Thai soup. I called it the Wine Hunter's Wing It recipe because we were short of time, whatever, and not in my restaurant kitchen. So I think it's turned out good. It tastes fine. We started off with our camembert en croûte, which is a simple recipe to do. And we had with that a couple of bottles of different champagnes. We had a cheap, an inexpensive brand from the co-op, which I have to say, okay, it was worth the money, £8. And then we went on to a Blanc de Blanc at £32, Rach bought, and that was certainly worth the money. And anyway, this is the result of the soup that we did earlier on. This, if you remember, was my ploy curry paste, which was mixed with some coconut cream, and we put some red pepper, green pepper. We sauteed some chicken to begin with and separated that. We broke up some spaghetti to make it into a vermicelli. I added all the ingredients afterwards, added a few frozen peas to it. This is really a sort of supermarket sweep in a way, isn't it? And then we added some spinach. And then we mixed the whole thing together, and we've got the result here. This is really about wine tasting tonight and trying to add some food to it. But within this soup, I hope you're going to like this, Rach.
If it's spicy, I like it.
It's like a competition here. It's you could add some prawns to it. You can add some fresh fish, whatever. As long as you don't overdo it and mix it all together to begin with. You add all your ingredients at the very last minute and gently simmer it, and it should turn out quite good. We got some naan breads here as a little dipper, and what I've done, well, I found this. Again, as you know, when we're creating our marketplace in Wine Hunters with the Vino Club at the moment, we're actually trying to focus on some of the more professional, individual merchants that are around the country. But we can't leave the big boys out of it. I found this today in Tesco's, would you believe, called Jaguar Valley Carmenere. Carmenere is a very interesting grape variety. It was really starting its life in Bordeaux, and it lost popularity, and it hasn't been in Bordeaux now for quite some time. The Chiliean wine producers made it their own, and I have to say they've done a good job. Most Chiliean wine is actually produced to be drunk young. This should be drunk young, as in 2 to 4 years perhaps. 2011, plenty of time I suppose left for this. What do you think?
I think...
I've tasted it before. I think it's really quite good.
It's very gritty, it's very deep, lots of heavy fruit. I think it's really good.
I thought, do you think it'll go with this? Because this is a very highly spiced dish.
This has so much chilli, it will work so well, for me personally.
Brilliant. That's what I thought. I know your tastes, I know your wine tastes, I know what you like in food to a degree. And I thought, what do you put? I mean, I was going to do a Gewürztraminer, perhaps a Riesling, maybe Alsace or a New Old Riesling. I think this goes very well. This actually, Tesco's, I have to say, it's normally just under 10 quid, about 9.75 I think. At the moment, on special offer, 2 bottles for 12 quid. You can't beat that, can you? We're going to enjoy this, I hope, and I hope we'll catch up with you soon.